Alright guys, so today we're going to be reacting to German houses versus American houses part 1, 10 major differences. I love how you guys in German really handle your way of life. It's very straight, it's very organized, and I like that. So I'm very well looking forward to see what this gentleman here is going to show us. Make sure you like to subscribe. Let's jump in.
And you're thinking about moving to Germany, I'm going to share with you 10 differences between German
that's
houses
beautiful.
and American houses. What's up, everybody? I'm Steve Miguel, and you're watching XP Life
What's up,
Now.
Stevie?
On this channel, I share with you new things that I learned and experience as it pertains to travel and different cultures.
Tell us.
If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. There's a lot of differences between German houses and American houses, but this video won't be all inclusive. I'm just going to share with you 10 things that I feel
Part two,
are
wow.
an important thing to know if you're considering moving to Germany. So the first major difference is actually not in the house at all. German houses are typically close together in a community. Since I've been here, I've never seen a house that was just off by itself. Compared to the US, it's very common for houses to be separated by a kilometer or
yep.
so, especially in rural areas like in the South. The second major difference is German houses tend to be built up. I've never seen a house that was only one floor. Typically, it's at least 2 floors. The house that I live in is actually 3 floors. Versus in the US, it's very common to find houses that are only 1 floor. The third
I would
major
say,
difference
I would say
is
like
the car.
below average. But most of the time in the United States, we do have houses that are most of the times are 2 floors. And Wisconsin mostly are 2 floors, but when you go to the more poor areas, you might find 1 floor, or even in some instance, you might find 2 floors. So I don't know where he's coming from, but let's say, for example, in Florida, you might find 1 floor, but in the Midwest, most of the houses probably gonna have 2 floors, in an attic, of course. That make it
For
like
German
a 3rd floor, but I don't
houses,
know.
it's a common thing
In a
to have
basement.
the carport separated from the house. Sometimes you'll have one like mine where it's just a cover. Other times you'll actually have one that you can close. Now this is different from the US, where the garage is usually a major piece of the house and it's actually attached to the house. It also serves as another point of entry into the house.
can use it for the gym,
And typically they're made to fit 1 or 2 cars. So the fourth major difference between German houses and American houses are the doors. The only way to lock the doors in German houses are with the key. Another thing to note is that if you don't have your key when you go outside, you could potentially be locked out of the house because, as you can see, most doors don't have any kind of doorknob. So when you close it, it's shut.
And I like that. I actually like that. I like that. I feel more secure.
And you have to have a key in order to open it. The fifth major difference between German houses and American houses is the heating. In my house and in most German houses, you have radiators to heat the house up. And what's cool about these things is they're all throughout the house in every single room. And you only heat the rooms that you are in. For example, I spend most of my time downstairs. So I almost never turn on the ones on the 2nd and 3rd floor, including the bedroom because I like my bedroom cold. The sixth major difference between German houses and American houses are the refrigerators. In most German homes, your fridge won't actually look like a fridge, but will look like a ordinary cabinet. It does not have a freezer.
I like that. I like that. It looks very beautiful.
Which is something that I think is pretty standard. I've been in quite a few German homes and I have yet to see a freezer. Typically all refrigerators within
Silent Seal in America, they look like that. I like that style too. Both styles are nice. They look very nice. If you keep your fridge very nice and clean, it will look nice. But this is pretty much very American standard, this kind of fridge. I like it. I like it.
Houses will also be a freezer. The seventh major difference between German houses and American houses is that German houses don't have closets. So most of the time you have to buy something like a wardrobe in order to store your clothes. In America,
is it because of regulations, why not having a closet? The closets are very well common in the United States. I mean, I have a walk-in closet here. I have a closet here in the middle. I have a closet over here close to my stairs. My girls' room, they have a closet. So we have a couple closets.
American houses, every single bedroom will have a closet for you to put your clothes in. So the eighth major difference between German houses and American houses are the windows. The first thing I want to point out about the windows are the Rolladens. Rolladens are these metal or plastic shutters that you can let either up or down,
German
depending on what you
engineer.
want to do. The second thing I want
That's
to point out
nice.
about the windows is that there are two different ways that you can open them. If you don't want to open the window all the way up so that you don't have to deal with bugs and
Yep.
potentially birds flying in, all you have to do is turn the knob all the way up and the window comes down to about this point. Even with it
That's
like
for
this, I can
45
already
degrees.
start to feel the cool air.
Not
start
even
to come into
45.
the room.
45 will be
But
here. 90 will be here. Right? So I would say like was 25. I would say like 25 degrees, give and take.
if you want to completely air out the room, the window actually comes all the way open. And all you have to do is turn the knob to the side, and now the window opens all the way.
Okay. That was
To
kind of
lock
cool.
it, just turn it down. Now
That's
there's
cool.
no standard window for American homes, but one of the things that really comes in handy that you find in the US but won't find in Germany are screens. Typically in America, windows will come with screens in order to keep
have a
the
lot of
bugs
bugs
out
here.
if you want to open it up. The ninth major difference between German houses and American houses are the ceilings. Looking at German houses from the outside, they tend to have very steep chimneys. They tend to have very steep chimneys.
Steep floors. Or
And you actually see that when you go
Oh.
into the house. So you definitely want to take this into consideration when you think about.
Well, to be fair here, this is very, let's say it all depends where you are, especially in Wisconsin and Chicago, all this area. They have places where they have steep or very small roof. I'm not into that. I like my roof to be high. Don't like to feel like I'm walking in my apartment like this. So I think this is more like a give and take. It's very common in the United States, but also we have the high ceiling, which is very common as well. So it depends how the prices are.
The different types of furniture that you want to buy or move over here.
Oh, I
The
see.
last major difference between German houses and American houses are the bathrooms.
Bathrooms, huh?
Specifically the toilet and the tubs. The thing that I want to, a couple things I
They don't
want to
have it
point out about the
underneath.
toilet.
Very interesting.
If you'll notice, it does not have a back tank to it that is
Yeah,
visible or
Interesting.
accessible. Also, it doesn't go into the floor.
Yeah, I like that.
And typically what you'll find in American houses is the toilet will be mounted onto the floor.
Yep.
And it'll have a water tank in the back. Another thing I want to point out about
German
the toilet is
engineer.
that
I love it.
German toilets don't have a lot of water in the bowl. The hole is typically far in the, like way in the back,
Yeah.
and you have like all this flat space in the toilet. So you have to do a really good job aiming, or you're gonna have to use the brush to clean it. Also, with German toilets,
I like
they
that design.
do a really good job
I
flushing
like this. That looks very nice. I might just get it myself. I like it.
compared to American toilets. The toilets in America, when you flush them, unless you're in a public restroom, when you flush them, they tend to do
Yeah.
they do this swirl.
Circle. Yeah.
The water comes in and it does this
Yep.
swirling motion to drain out. But with German toilets, when you flush it, it just does that. And I've never had a problem with anything not going down in German toilets.
Oh, it might be that.
As I said, the tubs are different as well. They tend to have these shower nozzles attached to them, but as you
Oh,
can see, there is
that looks
no
nice.
shower curtain or anything to stop the water from getting onto the floor.
Which is
That
not a
is
bad
because
idea.
the shower is actually over here.
Oh,
Question of the
so
day.
they have it. So they have it separate. Separate, which I have it in my apartment. I have one in my room, right? But it does require a curtain. Some places they don't, but probably you have to pay. Well, the last apartment that I had didn't. But if this is very common in Germany, that's a good way to separate both. That's nice.
What are some things that you liked about German houses that you would like to incorporate into your own?
The
I
style.
hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, as well as check out my other videos about my time abroad. I'm Steve Miguel, and thank you for watching XP Life Now.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to XP Life Now. Very good. We might just watch part 2 as well. Man, very interesting. I like the designs are very nice. It remind me, I like the white color in my house. Anything bright, white, gray, lighter, I love it. Try to, I'm just trying to see, even my mouse is white, right? I just love it. It just give me like more like a peaceful way of look at things. So I love it. I love how the restroom is just very well organized. Especially, let me just give some credence to him, because he keeping his house very nice and neat. And I love to just visit houses or see houses that are very well organized. Not minimalist, right? Because I'm not a minimalist guy, right? But I like to keep things organized, and I like that style. And I like the windows. Oh my God, the window, window, nice. Good things to just pick up from that. And yes, in the United States, especially when you are in the countryside, we are used to just have land, which I'm all for it. I come from a family that we have land, and I like to have my land in my own place. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one.